What's up guys, Matt here. You read the title, you saw the thumbnail, you know what we're looking for. Now we just gotta go find it. I just happened upon a Toyota Prius with a 2JZ in it in the junkyard. This is not the car I was going for. We'll save that for the next episode. You'll have to wait to see what that is. But I'm gonna go for this 2JZ Prius. You come across that, I mean, you gotta go for it, right? I mean, it's just absurd. Awesome. Yeah, let's make a play on this one. I don't think it's going to go for much. I certainly think we can afford it. Wow, yeah. That's 2JZ in a Prius. It's going to be a blast. Let's see what we get up to here. We might be getting close. There it is, 12,368. It went for more than I thought it would. Let's send that to the garage and let's build this a 2JZ Prius. Why don't we? It has arrived and it is filthy. Absolutely filthy and missing a very decent amount of parts, if not almost all of them. Let's send it over to the car wash and see what's underneath all this grit and grime and see what color it once was. And the survey says it was black, but lots of surface rust. This thing is rough, guys. And one of the roughest that I've done so far, I believe. All right, let's get started. Let's send this over to the garage. First things first, let's use the welder on it. Get it as straightened out as we can. It got rid of some of the surface rust on the quarters and stuff back there, but obviously we're gonna have to repair all the doors and everything like that because it is rough, but hey, at least this looks good now. Clean up the interior a little, or what's there. It does look like the 2JZ is mostly intact. It's just rough. We're definitely going to want to rebuild that. Let's start taking off like the doors and stuff like that. This won't take long because that was pretty much it. Oh, we got a fender right there. And of course the front bumper and a headlight. Oh, yep. No windshield. Got these little quarter windows here. One, and there is only one. There is so much missing here. Upper and lower control arms, outer tie rod, the half shaft, so much stuff. Let's go ahead and pull this all apart. Or what's left of it. This will be a short teardown. I mean, I guess that's a positive. Shorter teardown. Get this front wheel hub. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of stuck bolts. Oh, we got to get the wheel hub bearing out first. Now we can get the wheel hub. And speaking of, there's a stuck bolt there. And that wheel hub can come out. We can get the shock absorber set here. Pull that apart. Out it comes. And we can get the steering knuckle. And I guess inner tie rod. And that's about it. We'll get this rubber bushing here. And then move on to the other side. This side was a little more complete, and one thing I'm noticing while tearing all this down, get this sway bar and then the cross member can come out, is that it's set up for rear wheel drive, which is going to be awesome. So there will be no half shafts, which is great because we're going to need the rear wheel drive because we're going to throw a bunch of performance parts at this 2JZ. How about that? The rear suspension, we'll get the wheel hub out of here. Lots and lots of stuck bolts. I feel like that's going to be a theme for this car. Stuck bolts everywhere. Get that out of the way. Now we can get the wheel hub, the cover thing there off. Rear upper suspension arm. And spin around here, grab, oh, we got to grab our rubber bushings, our beloved rubber bushings. The rear suspension arm there. Yeah, this is quite the condition all these parts are in here. Spring cap. Rear suspension arm, lower suspension arm here. Get that out of the way. Now we can remove the small rubber bushing and the rear axle knuckle housing. Okay, on to the other side. And grab this rear sway bar. Rubber bushing for this cross member. Oh, we need to disconnect the drive line before we can move that out. It's been a while since I've done a setup like this, for sure. Get the drive shaft out of the way. Surprisingly, no stuck bolts on those. It'll be fun to see how much horsepower we can make. There goes the rear cross member. Let's grab this fuel pump and fuel tank and start pulling apart the exhaust system here. Off it comes. And we can move on to the gearbox. Spin around, grab this starter. Gearbox. No stuck bolts here. How about that? Who would get rid of their 2JZ Prius? It was kind of an impulse buy because I was looking for another car from a movie. It was a movie car that has been requested that I still have not done. If you want to guess what it is, put it in the comments, and if you get it right, I'll give you a shout out in the video when I finally get my hands on it. Now I think we are about ready. Oh, we need to drain the oil. About ready to pull this engine out. Let me get it back up in the air and drain the oil so we don't make a mess. There it comes. It's a little dark and not a whole lot of it. We can return this to where it came. Now let's pull out all the other fluids and get this engine out of here. Get the washer fluid out, this rather dark coolant, and our brake fluid. Reservoir's out, and we can get our brake booster here. Out it comes. Might as well pull the fuses, fuse box and all the fuses. And there goes the fuse box. Get our ABS module here. Out it comes. As well as our ABS pump. Need our ECU as well. Grab the radiator fan housing and the radiator. Move on over to the air box. Oh, this one's held together with bolts. Nice. Better than those little clips, those annoying little clips. Air filter can come out and the air filter base. Cherry picker is in position. Let's pull this engine out. Out it comes, and there's not much left of our Prius. Not much at all. Let's go put this engine on the stand. There it is. Yeah, again, mostly complete looks. So let's get to tearing it down, shall we? Let's grab the turbo setup here. Off it comes. From there, it's been forever since I pulled apart one of these. So it'll be nice to revisit it for sure. Spin around, get these two. That can come off. Let's grab our fuel filter while we're right here. Engine head cover A. Wonder how much of this I can repair. It'd be interesting to see because a lot of this stuff might be too far gone. But we'll find out. Other engine head cover. Lots of little fasteners for these guys. And that can come on out from here. Oh, we got an experience level up. That works nicely. Throttle body can come off. It's been a while since I've had one of those. Fuel rail. Out it comes. Intake manifold. It's nice to do something that's not a V8 for a while, for once. It's been a while. I want to do one of those Mustang Fox Body SVOs. Hopefully I'll run into one of those soon. Let's see if we can get our ignition coils out of the way. So yeah, that was Ford's little, if you don't know, Ford's little 80s 4-cylinder Mustang turbocharged. Cool little cars. It's becoming quite collectible now. Pull this fan off. And we can get our serpentine belt, right? Nope, we got to get our tensioner first. Off it comes. And the belt. Got an idle roller here. Power steering pump. There's one little bolt there. Alternator. Yeah, it'll be really cool to see how much power we can make with this thing. What is preventing us to move our water pump? Oh, probably the timing cover here. Let's get that off. Now can we, oh, we gotta get this upper one. Again, it's been a while since I've done one of these inline sixes like this. Idler roller, out it comes. Serpentine belt. or timing belt, water pump. Off it comes. Now we can get our cam gears. Get those out of the way. Let's go ahead and pull this oil filter off. Now we can get to the camshaft cap. And we have a lot of them. Not gonna make you sit through every single one. Now we can pull the camshaft. Got one of them at least, and now we got both. Spark plugs gotta come out. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull this exhaust manifold. Quite a few stuck bolts as to be expected. These are always the worst to get in real life too, without snapping them. Big pain in the butt. Okay, that's off. We can pull our engine head. And let's see how bad. Oh yeah, lots and lots and lots of carbon buildup, especially on the rear 3. Wow. All right, let's roll this thing over. Get this oil pan off of here. To expose, yeah, our rods and pistons and everything. It's pretty bad down here. Curious if anybody's actually done a 2JZ Prius before. I would like to see it. I guess it's worth a Google. I know that there's I saw one that was actually pretty cool. It's like a 1965 or 66 Mustang Coupe with a 2JZ in it. I thought that was pretty awesome. Definitely different. Outside of the box, we can pull this crankshaft out and take the block off to be repaired, hopefully. Turning down the 3 disc brakes that we had. Not going to use them, but it's always nice to flip them for a few bucks after you turn them down. Every little bit counts. See if we can repair any of these body panels. And it looks like, yeah, we will be able to repair some of them. It's going to take a little bit of time. I'll get these knocked out and see you over at the parts table. Got those done, over to the parts table, and I'm going to start repairing as many parts as I can. And I'll just replace the ones that I can't. And of course, in the process, buy some performance parts. Got everything we needed. It's time to build probably the most sleeper of all drag cars that we have built on this channel, which I'm excited to do. So let's install all our upgraded pistons here, as well as the crankshaft bearings. Let's get those in. And our final rod cap. There we go. We can put it on our oil pan. I wish oil pans only had 4 bolts in real life. Actually, I don't, because they wouldn't hold oil. We'll flip this thing up and over, put our engine head on performance, and fasten in all these fasteners. And there is the final. Now we can put it in our performance cams. There's 1. There's 2. Might as well throw these spark plugs in over right here. Looks like we can already throw on those coils. So why don't we do that? Performance coil number 1, 2, you get the idea. We get them all in. And there they go. Let's do our intake manifold. I want to look at something shiny, and that is way shiny. It is the performance intake manifold for this engine. Again, super excited to see how much power we're gonna make with all these upgrades. Flip over. Hey, let's throw in our fuel filter. We're here. Might as well do it. Over here to the exhaust manifold. Surprised they didn't really have like more of a header type setup, but I get it. You know, it's the upgraded version of what they had, which works. And then our turbocharger setup. Performance. Gorgeous. All right, now here's the part where we put in all these camshaft caps. And our final one there, we can put our lid cover on. There we goes, and then flip around, get our other one on. What makes these inline sixes so nice is their simplicity and their reliability. I mean, wow, you really can't go wrong with some of these. Well, one of my first car was an inline six, and that thing was super reliable, very torquey, very fun. It was a 1967 Mustang. Some elderly guy was selling down the road for me, and I was lucky enough to grab one. Yeah, it wasn't in great shape, but I was super happy to have it. But yeah, it had inline six. The thing was incredibly reliable, quite torquey. But yeah, all my friends made fun of me because my 67 Mustang wasn't the V8 version, and it wasn't a fastback, it was a coupe. Okay, what else we got here? Fuel rail. Performance. That is in alternator, of course. On it goes. Power steering pump. And I remember when I got that 67 Mustang, I worked all through high school, worked so hard to save up money to get that car because I knew my neighbor was selling it. He told me he was going to sell it. And I was lucky enough to have that. It wasn't like perfectly restored. It wasn't pristine, but it was everything to me. That's all I cared about. It was just getting a set of wheels that were cool. Put on the fan here. Flip around. Throw on our oil filter. Oh, belt tensioner. That's very important. You gotta have that. And I believe, let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything. We'll do our clutch set when we put it in the car. That is a gorgeous looking engine. Good old inline six. Got a soft spot in my heart for those things. So let's take it off the stand. Go put it in our Prius, of all things. And here we go. That's the one. In she goes. 100%. That's awesome. Put it back. I love it. I love it so much. All right, time to start building the rest of it out. Let's get our brake booster in. Coolant reservoir in there. Air filter base, of course, air filter. And the top and the nice fasteners instead of the clips. I like it. Let's go ahead and do the whole fuse box thing. And then the cap can go on just like that. Let's throw in our, before I forget about it, where is it? The ECU. Oh, right there. ECU, the $10,000 stage 3 ECU. Now we can flip around and go for our cooling system radiator, along with the fan housing and the fans involved. Windshield reservoir. Throw that in. And I think we're good for all the engine bay stuff. We can go ahead and start working on the suspension stuff. Up it goes. And there we go. Let's put in our cross member first. That's what we're going to build everything off of. And then, of course, the 4 rubber bushings that need to go into that. Front steering knuckle. Then we can put on our knuckle cover. There it is. Front wheel hub. Bearing. In she goes. Hubcap. The wheel hubcap. Can't let that bearing get dirty. Brake pads. Caliper. On it goes. We got to do our lower control arm. Well as our, we got to throw in our front sway bar and our steering rack. Let's get that in. So that way we can do our inner tie rod as well as our outer right there. On it goes. Now we can do our shock assembly and our tie rod, or sway bar link. And we'll get to the wheels and tires soon, but looks like, yep, we got everything there. On to the other side. So I lied. We need to do the ABS system under the hood. Almost forgot. Here we go. There it is. ABS pump, as well as our ABS module. On it goes. There we go. Now we're good there. Put it in our cross member and put in our rubber bushings. Rear knuckle housing. On it goes, as well as our rear suspension arm. Both those in, and then we need to get to our rubber bushing, which will be right there. In it goes. Flip around. Grab our shock absorber. On it goes. Rear suspension arm with their bushings. In they go. Let's go ahead and throw our wheel hub cover there. Upper suspension arm. Got a fastener there and a fastener there. What else we got? Oh, we need to put in our rear sway bar, don't we? So we can add our sway bar end link right there. Perfect. Now we can do our rear wheel hub. And throw on our bearing and carbon ceramic brake discs. Figure we're gonna need it. We threw a bunch of horsepower at this engine, so it'll be nice to be able to stop, get those in, as well as our half shaft there. In it goes, and we're ready for wheels and tires on this side, I believe. Do we need anything else? Looks like we're good. On to the other side. So as you can see, I found something I did miss. I forgot to put these in on the other side. So we're doing it on this side. I'm showing it to you here just for clarification. Getting it all sorted out. I tell you, it's easy to miss those small rubber bushings that then allow you to add the lower suspension arm. All right, well, we're gonna save wheels and tires for now. We're gonna go ahead and jump to the fuel tank, add that in. Wheels and tires, been thinking about it. It's a drag car, definitely gonna go slicks. We're throwing a bunch of horsepower at this thing, so might as well jump up here, grab our flywheel. Performance, so many performance parts, many as I could get. So yeah, I figure slicks will be the safe option to be able to keep this thing. Well, we're definitely gonna drag race it. That's gonna be the best thing. Drag racing a Prius and hopefully doing well is the plan. And now we can add our drive shaft here. On it goes, 4 bolts there, 4 bolts there. Now we can do our exhaust. Let's run up to the front here. Work from the front to the back. Catalytic converter over to the middle muffler, which I would prefer not to use mufflers, but hey, that's what the mod calls for, so we're going with it. Oh, we need to put our starter in for sure. And on it goes. As for the wheels, I picked out some pretty cool ones, but I want to paint them black. I don't want them chrome. I just think it'd be cool if they're black. Let's paint part and get to the wheels. Those were the stock wheels. These are the wheels I picked out. I thought they would look good in black. Let's spin around. There we go. And go with gloss black. Let's go with flat black. There we go. Matte black, they call it. Okay, paint. Let's do it. Do it to all 4. I'm installing some meats in the back with those flat black rims. I think it's gonna look pretty good. I'm digging on it. Let's go ahead and balance those. And here we go with the balancing game. And they are, at least that one's balanced. Onto the others. I'm going to be running regular race tires for the front. No need to do slicks for the front. Again, we're going drag racing, guys. Time to throw the meats on the rear. Here we go. This is going to be our, no, we want our 335 slicks back here. This is going to be pretty sweet. It's a lot of meat for a Prius. Look at that. It's going to look good because I bought a body kit for it and it's all going to tie in together. And then let's throw on our fronts here. It's going to be our 265 40/20s. So the front rim is a little bit bigger because I wanted to make up for the meats in the rear. And I think that's a Prius, guys. I think that's gonna look good. When it all comes together, you'll see. Let's go grab our battery here. Should be all the way charged up and install it in the car. I think it has to be, does it have to be up in the air? Let's find out. Nope. We can do it from right here. Perfect. Let's get this thing back together. Let's start with the interior. Get the interior in, which is essentially just 2 seats and a steering wheel. I went with some like racing style seats instead of the boring old stock Prius and racing style steering wheel. Let's start putting on body panels. I bought some pretty cool stuff here as far as the body goes. We're definitely going full on custom Prius here. Get the headlights in, smoked headlights. I think they look cool. The front left fender, wide body. Love it. I think it almost kind of has a Subaru type of look to the wide body kit. I dig it. I actually like it a lot. And then the left rear here. It's all coming together. An aggressive rear bumper. Get the trunk on, left taillight, right taillight, and then a wing, of course. Looks awesome. Put these little blackout windows there. I think they're cool looking. And then like a race style window. Oh yeah, can't forget the mirror. Wonder why the carbon fiber is showing up as red. Interesting. Because this is supposed to be carbon fiber stuff. We'll see what happens when we paint it, if it stays that way. Get this door on. That door. Of course, our windows. And the front fender for this side. That's awesome. It's kind of hard to see it all because it's black, but when we get it painted, it's gonna look awesome. Do our license plates here. Just went with Delaware, picked something random. Anyone from Delaware? Comment below. Let's do our fluids, shall we? We get our coolant in, wiper fluid, brake fluid, and of course, engine oil. Let's send it over to alignment. Getting it all dialed in. That one was way out. This one, not too far. And there we go. There's actually some pretty cool liveries for this car. And that Toyota Racing, and of course, we got the Kyle Busch number 18. I love this, the Fast and the Furious throwback to Paul Walker's Supra. That's awesome. The Kyle Busch M&M's 18. I'm actually really kind of digging this Toyota Racing scheme. Let's do it. Why not? Yeah, and after painting, the parts that are supposed to be carbon fiber are still red, but it actually kind of works with this paint scheme, so I'll take it. All right, just got the ECU tuned up, and I think we are ready to run our dyno test. Let's see if it'll start, actually. I'm curious. And start. It does start. Oh, wow. Listen to that blow-up valve. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love it. That's so satisfying. And in a Prius. All right, let's get this dyno test started. Factory horsepower, 508. Not for the Prius, but I think for the 2JZ that was in it to begin with. Let's start the test and see what we get. And here we go. The survey says 846 horsepower, an 850 horsepower Prius, 832 pound-feet of torque. That's a 338 horsepower gain to 310 pound-feet of torque. I'll take it. Gives it a drag rating of 663. This thing will be fun. We'll actually have some fun competition, I think. Get it out here in the sunlight. I love it. It actually looks good. Probably the coolest looking Prius I've ever seen. All right, let's go take it out and stretch its legs. Here we are at the speed track with our 2JZ Prius. Oh, look, the carbon fiber parts are carbon fiber, finally. That works. All right, let's see what this thing can do for top speed. Oh, I love the sound of that blow-off valve. We're already at 130, 160, 190. Can we get to 200? 200's right there. 215. Oh yeah. I think we can go even higher than that. 225, 230. Oh, we're gonna overshoot. 225, and not overshooting. So 225 on the speed track to be able to stop and not overshoot, but 230 total, sailing it into the fence. All right, let's go drag race this thing. We are at the drag strip and we are going up against a Pagani Zonda in our Toyota Prius. Yeah. And there it is. Wow. Yeah. Don't know how I feel about this one. Let's give it a go, though. Oh, I hear him. We're getting him. Oh. He jumped ahead a little bit there when I missed a gear, but man, that was fun. Ran a 10 flat, or 10-1 to his 10-3. That was fun. Here we go in our Toyota Prius up against a Shelby Cobra Super Snake. And there it is. Love those things. All right, we should do one of those soon. Let's do this. Oh, we're getting him by a lot. Unless he charges back, which I don't think he is. We got it. We just beat his Shelby Cobra Super Snake in our Toyota Prius. Here we go. We're up against a McLaren F1. Yeah, this is the semifinal. Can we make it to the finals? There it is over there. Let's see what we can do. Oh, this is close. Oh, he's gonna get us, isn't he? He's gonna get us. Man, we got a lot farther than I thought we would, though. And that was closer than I thought it was gonna be. And it was also my fastest run yet, a 9.9. We got into the 9 seconds with our Toyota Prius in the quarter mile. I never thought I would say those words. We did get a payout, though. 2,250 credits for making it to the semifinals. Man, that was fun. I really like this car. Checking all the information, we're 100% on everything there. Let's see what the profit is. $92,303. We could sell our Toyota Prius for $104,000, but I'm not going to. I usually sell these off for a profit, but there is something special about this car. It is a ton of fun. I'm going to hang on to it for a while, maybe do something fun with it later. I love it so much. It's so cool. It really does drive. It's a lot of fun, and it drag races really fun with some really fun competition, like the McLarens and the Super Snakes and stuff like that. So yeah, we're hanging on to this one. Guys, if you made it this far, please consider giving the video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Obviously, I had a ton of fun with this one. Hopefully you guys did too. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.